Hello and welcome back to the top 100 maps of all time with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very, very welcome. And today we've reached number 2. And look, if it's not down to you guys, and this is a list of your top 100 maps of all time as voted by you. If it's down to me, and you said to me, what's the greatest map of all time? Which one of those maps are you going to take with Windy Plateau into the Cities Skylines Afterlife? It's this one. Absolutely this one. Outstanding map, broke new ground, which we'll get to when we get down there. Iconic, stunning, wonderful, impossible to improve upon. Except for, of course it is, because as time goes by, new techniques and new skills and new mods and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And what's happened is, much as with yesterday's map, the same creator as yesterday, they have taken the map and basically rebuilt it completely. Kaboom! It's recognisable, but also unrecognisable. It's so much better. Well, from up here. I've not been and explored it properly yet, so I have remembered to let the simulation run for a few moments though, so we shouldn't have a tidal wave coming back from the dam. The dam, of course, is something we will take special interest in as well. But yes, at number 2, as voted by you with a 97% approval rating, it's Revelstoke by Bringer of Fire. So yes, off to Canada again. Canada. I keep forgetting there's a few of you out there who aren't fluent English speakers. You wonder, what am I doing when I'm saying such things? Yes, Canada. Yeah, Canada. Whatever. Anyway, it's, yeah. Superb again. We've got a 100% vanilla map here. Again, 100% vanilla. You don't need any mods or whatever, although we are using a custom theme and a custom LUT. Today it's the Aguil Vert theme and the Relight Cool LUT. The map was originally uploaded in April of 2019 and then updated last year in July of 2022. Something I've only just found out about. I managed to miss the update. Anyway, it currently has, at the time of recording, 51,051 subscribers. 2,593 of those have marked it as a favourite. It has a 5-star rating on Steam from 1,191 votes, and I reviewed this in episode 600 of What Map. How nice to have this on a around 100, but there we go. Sometimes it works that way. Where I gave it 5 stars for aesthetics, 5 stars for detail, 5 stars for gameplay potential, and also by the end of the year it was also Map of the Year, and it's my map of all time. So it's basically ticking every single box that there is available. And when I say my map of all time, I mean even ahead of my own maps, right? I think I have some skills with map making, but not like this. Not like this. Straight out of the Matrix, that one. Right, so Start Square, I believe, is here. Let me just have a little look. Yep, Start Square is here. So I think what we'll do is we'll come in from this angle today along the road by the river, check out the fields as we always, I mean, Bringer's fields are iconically Bringer, right? Plus they have some techniques that produce fields that are impossible to produce, and yet they've found a way of doing it because they're a magician. We'll head in to, well, I think when we get to, yeah, when we bend onto the straight towards the river, I know we're in the Start Square. That's the point. Right, that's where we're going. So yes, Revelstoke. Wow, Revelstoke absolutely set the workshop alight with, well, have a little look-see at that, and we get the edge of map off the air. Now the quality of the mountains. Remember, this has been completely rebuilt to look a lot like the area. I mean, I had no arguments with the original map looking like the area because I don't know the area. And to be honest with you, unless the map says it's a 1-to-1, I don't think it really matters too much, as long as it takes a notably strong inspiration of the area. If you're going to call a map 1-to-1, then clearly you've got to have it 1-to-1. But if a map is just inspired by an area, that's good enough to call an original map Revelstoke. And while Bringer of Fire is very quick to say that this is not, oh, by the way, we have got the floating rocks again. I don't know how that one single map didn't have floating rocks. a few days ago, and every other map has. I honestly, I am clueless. Where were we? Oh yeah. So yes, it's yeah. They don't claim this is a 1-to-1 or anything close to 1-to-1, but that it is much closer to the actual Revelstoke. And I've not been into Google Earth to have a look. I don't feel I really need to. There's a really good comparison graphic of the 2019 versus the 2022 on the Steam Workshop. So feel free to check that out. I'll tell you, this just looks so much better here. Just looks so much better already. And I gave the original 5 stars. How many stars am I going to give this, eh? Well, the answer is none, because we're not doing the star rating thing. Not today. So yes, it's outstanding work. It's sublime work. We've got plenty of the old McGribbles going on. Look at the beautiful McGribbles going alongside here. Oh, it's so good. So good. Yeah. So yes, Bringer is legendary, and I genuinely thought this was going to be number 1. I really hope. I'm not going to ignore Revelstoke while we're doing this little wibble off to what's coming up tomorrow. I've not had a look yet. I'm really hoping it's as good as... I mean, I remember it to be outstanding. Don't get me wrong. Tomorrow's map, I remember to be outstanding. And I don't know whether it's going to translate into the modern builds, whether it will still be as outstanding. Admittedly, you could say that yesterday's map is translates to the modern builds because it's been updated recently. I mean, completely. And today's map has been completely updated, so it's probably not a fair comparison. But the votes were in. The votes are in, and yes, Revelstoke 97%. Come on, how close to 100 do you want to be? 97% approval rating for Revelstoke, and then we had what's going on down there? Hello. Do you know what? I thought I saw smoke. Oh, it's just a floating glitching rock. That's what that is. There's a floating glitching rock in there. Again, it's nothing to do with the map. This is an ongoing mod issue I've been having lately. I cannot wait to uninstall the game. Alright? It's nothing here that Bringer could have done about those, because, well, we've got no idea what's causing it. It's on my system. It might be on other people's systems, or it might just be on my system. I literally have no clue. I do not know. And I've done all the usual, I've done all the due diligences. The using Skive, just uninstalling mods and whatever, but there's only a certain amount of time I can spend in trying to fix these things. Oh, hello, this is a bit different. Okay, yep, credit to Bringer for finding a slightly different use for the vanilla trenches. Okay, that is very neat. Oh, every time I see their work, I just want to cry. How can somebody be so good? How can somebody be so good? It's unbelievable. Right, anyway, notice we've also not using no controller, and yet because Bringer is Bringer, I've managed to get almost perfect lane merging through. I mean, little road trickery. Just little road trickery. I see what you've done there, Bringer, and I approve completely. There's no argument. Anyway, did we say this was the start square? I think we did. Let me pull the camera up a little bit. We'll drop that there. There we go. So we are in the start square. And look at that for start. I mean, how is that not majestic for a start to your city? If you built this as a one-tile city, that would be majestic. As a start, that's even more majestic. I mean, we've got roads already coming in. We've got rail if you want it. We've got a wide river, beautiful wide river, by the way. Lovely, nice. Loving the way it comes together there. We've got power lines already coming in from the dam, no doubt, which we will see shortly. And it's just a work of art. It's just a work of art. Speaking of which, I mean, just a little lake there. Little lake. It's floating magically stuff. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know, people. Okay. I wish I did. I wish I had an answer. If I had an answer, I would fix it like immediately, because trust me, if it's bugging you, it's bugging me even more, because I just I've only got one more map to do, all right, other than we do have at least one map that'll be reviewed in like additional What maps coming up in the near future. There's one already penciled in. It's not part of the scheduled series. It'll be one-offs. If you're missing What map, there will be occasional one-offs where there are maps that just have to be reviewed. Either they are outstandingly good and they have to be done, or it's a BonBon buddy and they said, could you do my map? And I've gone, yep, we can do your map. So we've definitely got one of those coming along, and looks quite interesting. I'm going to tell you right now, it looks quite interesting. Great placement of the little bush there. I'll bet you if I move that bush, there's just a little bit of a glitching or a twinkling or something going on there. And so yeah, just hide it, obscure it with the foliage. Going into a tunnel over here as well, which is just been done really well. I'm loving these. These tunnel entrances are clearly meant to stop rocks from falling down onto the tunnel entrance. And of course, I absolutely approve of that. Oh, would you know, there's a dam. Now, for those of you who missed the original review and have seen lots of custom dams in What map or just on the workshop with these straight lines, and you know that you can't do this and it's not possible, but it is possible because somebody's a legend and they managed to work it out. Let me tell you this. Revelstoke was the map. The original Revelstoke map was the map. This is a recreation. This is even better. But when you consider that the first map was the first ever map like this, this just goes to the next level. It's the same dam, the exact same dam, but done even better. I mean, I'm running out of superlatives for this. Just look. I mean, look here. We just got a little road tucked in. Look at this. This is, admittedly, 40 mph might be a bit fast to be going along this little. I'd be crawling along at 20, please. Probably a little dangerous to be going 40 along there, but I'll tell you what. Just look at that, and look at the way that the street lamps clip beautifully out of the dam. That is incredible. And then all this stuff here, which just looks so real. And I mean, we all know how it's been done, but if you'd never seen it, you would not know. This looks like a workshop asset. Absolutely amazing and spellbinding and stunning. All of that. Then we obviously we have off here the sluice gates there, nicely done. An extended wall here as well, and then the reservoir pushing up that way. And I had to let the water run, so we shouldn't have any problems with flooding on screen right now. Let's come up this way while we're over here. We've got some of the classic farms. These are so classically Bringer. I think they've got a new way, well, I say new way, a unique way of doing the field linings as well, where they've got like two styles of trees forming the hedgerows. Two styles of trees there. Cabbages. I mean, not cabbages, but you know what I mean. Over here, two styles of trees forming the hedgerows. It's iconic. It stands out. It works really well. And I think only really, again, Bringer of Fire could get away with doing something that doesn't quite complete like that. And yet, consistency is always the thing. If you do something across an entire map and stick with it, you set a biome or a pattern that your eye or the player's eye will then see and go, all right, okay, if all I saw was this was the only one that looked like this would just look weird. But I know that if we find, because of here, if we find any farms elsewhere, and I'm sure there were, there we go, come over and check the fields over here. Bet you anything they are exactly the same. There we go. And it just, okay, this one's not. But here, this is the same. It's kind of like double width, lined as well. It's just stable and carries the whole map across really well indeed. Water runoffs like this one here. You can see where the water would come down through the wet season, or the ice melt season, I guess. What's going on here? This is a bit different. How? Hang on. What have we? Oh, hello. Hello, sexy. Oh man. Okay. You absolutely have impressed me with that one. Tunnel entrances go. That is really lovely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more. As I saw something a minute ago and I thought, oh, we haven't done the iconic mountain yet. We'll get to that, I guess. But anyway, yeah, look at the erosion, the water runoff coming here. We've even got one that heads up. Was that a little bit of a... That's just cliff there. But we have a little lake up here as well. Just up here minding its own business. They do say in the workshop description that the problem they had with this map was sticking to vanilla tree levels, because obviously there's a lot of trees in that part of the world, and yeah, given the limitations, I think they've done a cracking job here. I'm going to look at the iconic mountain in a moment, which is what blew me away last time. Was there anything else on this map that I really wanted to check out before we go mountain checking? I mean, over here, this was actually, yeah, we've got just little wetland areas. That was it. Little lake areas. Again, ignore the floating rocks. Nothing I can do about them apart from apologise constantly. And some really interesting rock work. This still bugs me. Okay, this still bugs me. This is vanilla, and Bringer cannot remove these trees from this rock. But I look at that and I think, really? A big tree like that growing straight out of the rock? I mean, yeah, people always send me pictures of trees growing out of rocks. Every time I see a tree growing out of rock, it's always a crack. There's always somewhere for the tree to get its roots into. And, yeah, those assets there, they just don't have them, okay? But it's fine. We'll suspend some disbelief. Great looking river. Great looking river. Look at this. Ooh. Well, I know where my ending screenshot's going to be. We'll finish over there in a minute. But yeah, the mountains. So the mountains have been completely redone as well. We're still using, I'm sure the original Revelstoke had the Aguilvert theme, I think. May have had a different LUT, maybe. But just look at the Aguilvert theme. This is loving the way that the rock shines through the snow, and then you get the transition down into the grey mountains. And then there was this, and then there was this. Let's come over here first. You can see the sediment layers, so iconically done. Remember the first time we all saw this and we just went, what? And then the one thing that elevates Revelstoke over Valhalla for me, while you could argue Valhalla has more dramatic mountains across the whole, what Revelstoke has is this really iconic point here, that that sticks. That absolutely sticks. And the way that it ties in right down by the dam, and you get that effect, for me, makes this map far more visually striking than Valhalla. Just down here, there may not be one tomorrow, so let's get it out of the way today. Everybody's favourite factory. Right, done. I think we're about done. So yeah, we've got power coming down from the dam. Do read the description regarding the dam. There's definitely notes on the workshop description about. Let's just check, see what goes. Oh, we've gone straight across the water. Cool. About how to handle the pipes and the water flow, etc. So do read that. Make sure you do that before you start building on here. But if you haven't already built on Revelstoke, why not? Why not? Come on. My favourite map of all time, and I've stood by that right from first time I saw it. I went, wow, that's it. And I've not seen anything that's edged it. I've seen great maps. I mean, Windy Plateau. Oh, love Windy Plateau. Can I take Windy Plateau with me too? Right. This one, Windy Plateau. Set the camera there. And maybe tomorrow's map. Be interesting to see if it's held up. Remember though, I'm pretty sure it hasn't been updated since it was uploaded. So it's a little unfair comparing this with the other one. But we'll see. We'll see. But it was voted by you. So, and I've not seen it yet. And I might actually change my mind and go, do you know what? It is tomorrow's map. We'll see. Anyway. Revelstoke, Bringer of Fire, 97% approval rating, our second best map of all time, as voted by you. Thanks, Bringer. You have been an absolute legend. A legend. And the workshop would be a lesser place without you. Anyway, that is it from me today. You know what to do. If you haven't already hit the like button, now is the time to do it. If not, well, you're going to leave it too late, clearly. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, for joining me for another one of these. We'll do one more, a final one tomorrow, 20 weeks concluded. And while we're still here, a big shout out to the BonBon Buddies on YouTube membership and Patreon for supporting the channel. You guys are the very, very best and I love you very, very much. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.